Right when I had started to make money from trading, I was also trying to fucking do school and everything. So I would go to sleep every night at like 10 p.m., set an alarm for 2 a.m. and trade 2 to 4 a.m. London session. And then I'd be like destroyed the next morning and my mental health was going down the shitter, bro.
I got fucked trading every single time when I did it for 2 years. I never ended up winning. It was sad. You know what I mean? I tried a lot and I quit.
Yeah.
I quit crypto now too.
Damn.
Fucking hate
For real?
crypto. I quit all things financial markets. When you get tilted trading and you're probably taking L's, you probably start to think about your ex or other bad things.
I don't think that's happened.
In the event that you do sleep with your ex, I might have heard a thing or two. I think it can affect your trading. So, I mean, we can't skip over this question, but
We're skipping over this question.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm fucking more stimulated than, just drank a third of a coffee and I am very excited today to be here with my brother, Patrick, and his partner, Blake, who's fucking running late. Is he usually never on time for shit?
He really doesn't know what's happening ever.
Really?
Yeah. Like I've never actually seen him know what's going on around him, but it makes it like interesting.
He's just good at trading.
That's practically the only thing he knows how to do.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't know my brother and Blake, they go by PB Official Trading, Official PB Trading.
What the fuck? Why not just people PB trading, bro?
PB Trading.
That's just the Instagram handle.
And they're
Official
both
PB trading.
21 years old and somehow have managed to figure out how to make a ridiculous amount of fucking money trading futures, helping people become better at trading, navigating the financial markets like Jordan Belfort back in the days. All right, this is young Jordan right here.
Pretty damn solid intro, damn.
I'm very, very happy and proud for my brother. He's absolutely killed it. He's actually now initiating us to move out of our mom's crib by getting a massive fucking 5-bedroom house here in Miami, Florida. And he's giving me a great deal so I can go live with him and we can have a little bit of a content house, which has been a dream of mine for so long. So Pat, thanks for coming on again. This is actually,
Thank you, brother.
this is the second time he's come on.
Yeah.
Blake
Or
should-
technically third.
Third time he's come on. Blake should be here any minute. But besides that, how are you, Pat?
I'm doing pretty nice. I'm doing great. Today, actually, I didn't trade. I slept in. Yeah. Just because I've been trading really well for a while. And I feel like my brain is kind of getting like overloaded. And I just want to take like a 1-day break and not think about trading. But yeah, where the fuck is Blake? Anyways, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Really fired up right now. I'm 9 days sober as of today, which is it is a big accomplishment for me, to be honest, because I'm traveling so much. I mean, as you know, I'm drinking a lot recently. People love the DGen content. I love the DGen. It's a lot of fun, but I'm 9 days sober. I'm very mentally clear. My golf game is much better. I think the caffeine's hitting me harder too. Stoked to be here with you.
Me too.
But what I was going to ask you,
Yeah,
I'm moving fast right now.
I know. I can see that.
Why didn't you trade today? Just because you're I'm saying, no.
Just answer that.
I know, no, not why didn't you trade today, but did you miss a good day in the markets besides like, it's Monday? I mean, I feel like
Today's Tuesday.
today's Tuesday?
Yeah, I think.
Holy shit.
I think. You,
Yo, pass me a,
holy shit, bro.
go ahead.
No, nothing, bro. My last 20 plus trades, I've won 90% of them. I'm probably having like the best performing, I guess, last 2 months ever. And honestly, just it gets to a point where when you're on like a really big win streak, you can kind of sort of feel like the loss is starting to come around. But rather than like letting my ego get to me and thinking like I'm the shit and I'm gonna keep crushing it every day, sometimes I like to sort of pause and like actually look at everything and like all the trades I've taken, all the profits that I've made, like kind of let it register and be like, okay, let me chill for a bit. I don't need to move too fast now. I don't need to trade every day. Sometimes less is more, and that's gonna like allow me to just keep my profits better. Also, like last night, bro, I was just working on so much shit and I stayed up late. I didn't want to wake up fucking half asleep and trade. That's the dumbest thing you can do. So I was like, just gonna take a day off. It's been a minute.
That's good, bro. It sounds like, anytime you're running really hot, you can get a little bit trigger happy.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's like me in the casino. If I hit like one of my numbers, I usually go mid-20s. If I hit 2 20s in a row, then I'm kind of maybe doing a little free roll
Yeah.
to see where it goes.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it hits 20 again, then I'm raging.
Right.
But
Are you a profitable gambler?
absolutely not.
I am, and I swear it's just because of trading. I have like such a good idea of risk management now that like for some reason every time I gamble or almost every single time I make money.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I mean, is trading gambling? Trading is gambling.
not the way I trade. Maybe I don't know how to trade options or any of that shit. The only thing I know how to do is futures, and that to me is like the furthest thing from gambling ever. just because it's not like you're not basing any trades on like news events or other shit going on. Like it's genuinely like a system that's a strategy that's been back tested, has a solidified win rate, and like performs consistently over the course of the year. So like it's low risk to reward, but high win rate. Um, so it works out super consistently for me. And yeah, but I feel like I'm a pretty damn good gambler, or maybe I just gotten lucky a couple times off the charts and gambling, like with the fucking Kentucky Derby. I put $1,000 on a horse and made 11K.
That was insane.
Yeah, that's pretty
That
fire.
was the luckiest you've ever gotten in your life.
Yeah, or the time I made like 30K gambling CS:GO skins when I was 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do you think so many people online though hate on traders and say you shouldn't get into trading?
I think the 1% statistic is pretty deceiving. It's definitely like it scares people off. But you have to realize that like if you want to live like the 1%, then you need to, operate like the 1% and trust the 1%. Like that statistic is still a statistic. It's possible. You know what I mean? So I just think it's not for everyone. I don't think everyone's meant to be a trader. Before I even fucking got good at trading and became consistently profitable, I tried 4 different business models. I tried drop shipping. I tried starting a clothing brand. I tried starting a rug making business. I tried so many things, and then inevitably, well, trading was the one that clicked with me. But you'll hear people go down the same routes, and they'll start with, "Oh, I tried trading, it failed. I tried this and it failed. I started a clothing brand, and then that succeeded." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just got to try things. One thing's gonna click with you. But if you wanna take control of like your own fucking life and be the 1%, you need to like genuinely not be scared of having like a low statistic in success in whatever you're pursuing.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you a lot more about that. All the things you did before getting into trading. And of course, once fucking Blake gets here, which he just texted me, he tried to go through the back dumpster and put in the code.
Yeah.
Since Blake is the one who taught you how to trade.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, for anyone who's tuned into this episode, thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel. We're dropping an episode every single Thursday, and we're just 6 months in. We're close to hitting 15K subs. So every sub
Hell
is
yeah.
very much appreciated. This all began in my brother's apartment back in Boston. We're usually drinking tequila on the show as well, except for these few weeks that I'm going sober and cleansing, we're going to keep it nice and fresh. Just
Yeah, and
coffee
he
Coke
always
Zero.
does this. Every time I get on the podcast, he's on like some sober bullshit, and we never get to drink, which is like the only fun part of this entire podcast.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is.
If it isn't Blake.
Yep.
How are we, brother?
Good, man.
Good to see you. Yeah, we're just getting started. We just wanted to get the engines firing. Your
Absolutely fine.
your cappuccino is right there. You want a cappuccino, yeah?
I'm already wired, so I'm
Yeah.
hyped for this.
So how are you doing, Blake?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I had a great day today. Honestly, hit a banger trade.
I can see that by the way, like your posture is just, you're just really excited today.
I just look richer, right? I'm just like, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, you look good. The rolly's shining.
Yeah.
You're moving into
I
your new-
shaved. I moved into my.
You're moving into your apartment.
Yeah, right.
Did you shum?
What's that? Oh,
Shit, shower, cum.
No, I actually haven't done the shum in a. Bro, low key, it's been a month, maybe.
You never shum before
bullshit.
trading?
No, on jaw.
I feel like you'll be so
On
much.
job.
I thought you were a pre-market gooner.
So I do pre-market goon, but on special occasions. But there hasn't been like an occasion where I'm like, I need a pre-market goon. I've just been like living my life, you know?
I feel like if Jerome Powell's coming on at 1 p.m. to talk about like rate hikes, you gotta shum before if you want to hit a banger.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that shit without shumming. Like, sober shum. Or, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Whatever.
Sober shum. I hope. If you're
yeah.
shumming after a night at the club, that's a whole different conversation. But besides that, so Patty was talking about earlier how he's taking a little mental health break, recharging, and didn't trade today.
Yeah.
Whoa, mental health break is a stretch.
Not mental health break. You said you want to like just chill.
Yeah, I mean, Blake knows I've been on the craziest tear on the planets with the market, so
You're trigger happy.
I'm trying not to get trigger happy and
Right.
think that I'm just gonna keep winning this much. I want to be able to secure my profits pretty well, and so I've just been paying myself out these last weeks, all the money that I've made, and yeah, naturally, like I kind of just want to keep paying myself out without having the risk of losing those profits. But yeah, I guess a sort of
That's
mental
fantastic.
break. It's like slowing down. You know what I mean? Like I already,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fire. That's like the beauty about trading, bro. You can like win so much money and like be up a lot on like the month, and then you can just kind of call it and work on your own. You don't have to trade every single day if you don't want to, and that's what I love. Oh,
Holy shit.
What up, Marlon? Yeah, we got a little interruption here, but Marlon, we're flowing right now. We'll talk. So you didn't take a break today?
No, I mean, not gonna lie, dude. I haven't taken like a break from trading, dude, in like 2 years. I think I've traded every single day. Well, I mean, I missed like 1 day or two, but like for 2 years straight, bro, just been live with the Discord every single day. I do think it's necessary though to take breaks. Like, there's obviously been times where I'm going through some stuff in like my personal life, and I think it's super necessary to, first take care of that before then going into the markets, because, your psychology off the markets, if it's not in check, it's going to translate directly to whatever you're doing on the markets. Yeah, that's that, bro.
Richard knows a whole lot about having his psychology destroyed by the markets. You
Used to
wanna
do options.
tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, I thought I was Michael Burry Jr. back when I was in college.
Yeah.
And so after the pandemic, I was like, couldn't make any money on the way up, so I got to try and make some on the way down. So I put about like every dollar I had, which was about $6K sophomore year. Spy puts, they put me in the shitter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, talking about psychology, because I feel like that's like the most important thing, though, when it comes to what you guys do, which is trading.
Yeah.
Blake, you came in here feeling a little bit happy.
Okay. Happy's a crazy thing.
And you said you won a trade today.
Yeah. Okay,
So are you an emotional trader?
No. Okay, here's the thing. I hate like when people say, I guess like, you're trading like super robotic, in the sense that, okay, if I make money on the day, obviously I'm gonna be like, hey, like, let's go. Like, the model played out today, I made money, right? And then if I lose money, it's like, shit, the model didn't play out today, right? Like, that's normal. It's normal to have feelings of like, fuck, I lost money, or fuck, I made money. But the way I'm able to like rewire my brain, and I've been doing this for like over 2 years now. So obviously you're going through all those emotions every single day. Is what I do really is I'm just looking at whether the model I took or not was my model. Was it A+? Was it something that I would take every single day? And if that's the case, then it's a win in my book, right? Like, even if it's a loss, it's still a win, because I did what I was supposed to do, and losses are inevitable. Like, everyone takes losses. Like, the best traders in the world take losses. You need to have losses in order to have a profitable system. It's necessary.
Yeah, the way I always explain it to people, it's like when we say like our strategy has a 70% win rate, like that means 70% of the time that A+ setup presents itself, it'll play out, but 30% of the time it'll fail, but 100% of the time it was an A+ setup. So it was worth taking every single time, but you need losses to rebalance a winning statistic. That's like how I always tell it to people. You just need to trust the system, seriously.
Yeah, because if you stick to the plan doesn't go as planned, then you won't be as pissed.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's a simple way to put it.
Yeah, no, it's very true.
But now going back and rewinding, you said you've been trading for a little bit over 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if everybody knows the story.
Like 3 actually.
you have three-
almost
you have
four, almost 4
years.
Yeah,
Almost
actually,
4
almost 4
years.
years. Fuck.
I want to go into the story of
Bro.
I want to go into the story of how PB trading originated and just how this all came to be.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so I started trading when it's like senior year of high school, and I was going through that phase of like, I'm applying for colleges and I'm applying for my major or whatever. I'm going to do computer science for the rest of my life. And I'm like, fuck, do I really want to be doing this for the rest of my life? And I kind of had that, existential crisis that we all have when we're like seniors in high school, I feel like. So that's when I started like looking up on YouTube, just ways to make money online. So I'm looking at drop shipping, I'm looking at SMMA, whatever information was on YouTube that you can make money from, I was trying to do that. And I didn't really find success in anything, or really I didn't find any like drive or passion for anything there. And when I found trading, I like instantly fell in love with it. I fell in love with the overall process of being able to make money from anywhere in the world, right? There's no time constraint. You don't have a boss. You don't have anyone telling you what you need to do every day. And so I found trading, and I stuck with it for a while. I started with options. Fucking blew a lot of money at first with options. After I made a lot of money though. So I first made a lot of money with options, and bought a bunch of Chrome, and bought a bunch of Chrome, bro. And I was just decked out. I remember going to Rome with Pat, and we both go, or he was already in Rome. So I go and visit him, and I have all this Chrome on me, and he's like, "Yo, like, how did you get all that Chrome, bro?" And I like show him like my Webull account. I'm like, "Bro, check it." He's like, "Oh, no way."
You weren't a Robinhood guy?
Nah, Webull. I heard too many bad things about Robinhood. Like,
Yeah, most of my
Reddit.
friends, I was on Robinhood.
Yeah.
Most of us on Robinhood didn't go
Yeah.
well. But then the few people who were on Webull were making more money. Everyone on Webull was making more money than the people on Robinhood.
Right? They're
Yeah.
just like safe. I don't know. That was just like the wave.
So Patty's stoked about all the Chrome you got on you.
Super stoked, right? And I'm super stoked too. Until like a couple months later, not even a couple months, bro. Maybe like a month.
That
or-
was literally a month later.
Yeah, a month later, bro. Chrome is gone. No Chrome left to me. He's like, "Where'd it go?" I was like, "Bro, I had to sell it, bro." Like, down bad. I lost. I think it was around like 14K of like profits, and that's like the funny thing about trading, dude. It's like at the begin when you're a beginner, all you see is the upside. All you see is the profits you want to make, and that's all your brain can like focus on. And over time, I feel like nowadays, like I'm only thinking about like the risk, and I'm thinking every day when I'm going into a trade, like, I can lose this much and I'll be happy with it. And, if it happens to go in my favor, then great. Then that's a win. Right. But yeah, going back to that, we ended up like going to the DR together. And this is when, I first showed Patrick trading. And
Yeah, that was pretty funny. We were just like chilling on the beach. We were just with some friends. We did like a summer trip to Dominican Republic. And Blake's like on his phone. We're low-key sauced out of our minds. He's like slamming these like shots at the beach. We were all like 18, 19. And he shows us his phone. Well, he shows me his phone. He's like, "Yeah, I just made a band," like trying to flex on me. And I was like, "How the fuck did you make a band?" And he's like, "Oh, like I've been trading for a while, this and that." He gives me like the whole breakdown. I was like, "What, bro? Like you're making money trading? Like I thought you were a dumbass." Well, you are kind of.
Whoa.
Yeah. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah.
that is how it went.
But
down,
it was funny because like out of
He went from being a SoundCloud rapper to
no, I mean not that was funny.
Lil Goggles. We're putting Lil Goggles out there.
Yeah, let's shout out Lil Goggles, bro. Go
yeah,
on
we're gonna pop up Lil Goggles. What's the song
fuck.
called again?
Gucci Goggles.
Gucci Goggles. We'll pop it up right here on the screen. Go check it out on SoundCloud. Let's get it to 10K listens.
Yeah, I'm going.
Maybe
hard,
maybe
yes,
if you
Lil
guys
Goggles.
if you
It's
guys,
past 10K listens. I had like 20K listens.
well, if you guys get it to 30K listens, then we'll do a full throttle
Collab.
music video.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
collab with
that
the
song's
suit.
actually a banger, bro. That was like he fucking walked so net spend could run, bro.
yeah. I don't know who
Oh,
that
wait,
is.
it's the other way around.
No.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Regardless, you just made me have a flashback. These two fuckers would pull up to my mom's crib back in the day. Blake was just like a fucking, just like, just so stoned. Both of them.
Oh,
like
God.
17, 18.
Fuck.
Just like,
Yeah. No, I was.
and now
weird
these
crash
motherfuckers are
outs.
riding around in foreigns.
That's the.
Wearing
Bro, we
chrome.
would get so geeked together,
We
dog.
gotta find a picture of you guys back in the day.
Yeah.
I can
we
remember
will.
like one time, bro. Like there was like a point where Blake and I, all we would do, bro, was just like sesh all day, and we just get super geeked and talk BS. And that's like kind of how we had the idea to start drop shipping. We were about to start drop shipping like Valentine's Day products.
Yeah. We ordered like some shit from Amazon, some keychains. No, but those were the days, bro. I remember Richie would always come into the room, and I would just like be like under like the blankets or something. I would look at him. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And I'm just like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, bro, it's like, it's an older brother instinct and shit. Because I
Yeah,
was
of
always so
course.
fried. And then I saw you guys getting fried, and I was like, shit, they shouldn't be getting fried. But like, Loki, everybody's got to get fried.
Everybody's gotta get
No, but I didn't even hit puberty. I think I was like 4 feet tall still. Like
Yeah.
it
Bro,
was.
you were like a fucking, you were like a little 4-foot like minion twig slash just like long hair.
It was crazy.
You were a demon.
And
But
my
back-
mom.
Go
Oh,
back,
yeah,
because we're
man.
jumping around everywhere.
Yeah.
He shows you trading in DR.
Yeah, so he shows me his phone, and he's like, "I just made a band," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been trading this and that for a while." At the time, he had made like $50,000-$60,000 total profits, and he was like giving me the whole breakdown of that. And so I was like, "Bro, what? Like that's crazy." I always wanted to like, I was always finding new ways to make money. Like I said, I had tried the dropshipping shit, I tried the clothing brand, I tried making a rug making business. I was always trying something. And I was like, all right, let's give this shit a shot. But at first I told Blake, I'm like, "Yo, can I just copy you? Like straight up, can like, you just should tell me what you're taking and like, I'll just copy you." And he's like, nah. Like I can't do that because it's like, it's just fucked up towards like him. You know
You're
what
cheating.
I mean? All the work you put in, like you don't just give it out like that. And so he was like, "I'll send you everything that I know. every video that I've ever watched, whatever, this and that. And if you watch it, then like, you know, you'll understand what I understand. And I don't like when he first told me that, I don't think he really thought I was going to watch everything that he sent me and that I was probably going to drop it off. Cause that is how it is most of the time. Like anytime our friends ask us like, yo, can you show me or teach me what you guys do? And we'll teach them, like, we'll send them everything they need to know. A week later, they're done trying. You know what I mean? But this was more of like a competitive thing. I wanted to sort of prove Blake that I could do it and prove myself that I could do it. And I want to be better than Blake. And so, bro, I remember getting back from that trip, dog, and I grinded so hard. I watched every single YouTube video he sent me. I was taking notes on everything, bro. I was so obsessed. And I started FaceTiming Blake every single morning, and we'd be like on the markets together from 9:30 to 11, whatever. Well, at that time, just not 9:30 to 11. I was chronically on the charts. Like
yeah, bro, like PM session, we'd be taking a shit. And
but
like,
anyways,
I remember you'd wake up like at 2 a.m. for the London.
Oh yeah, well that's a little bit later.
And
down
I'd
the
see
line.
you at 9 in the morning, like with just sleep deprived from trying to trade at middle of the night.
Yeah, that's when I'll get to that.
You don't bash your desk anymore either. It's been a while since I heard a desk bash.
Nah, that's because I switched the desk. Before it was a metal desk, and now it's like a pretty solid one, so you can't hear it when I hit it. But no, I'm not a rage or anything. But like I was saying, I started grinding everything that Blake sent me. It got to the point, bro, where we would FaceTime every morning. He wouldn't tell me what trades he was taking, but he would like sort of run me through his thought process. And then like after the trading session would end, he'd be like, yo, I caught this. I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me? But anyways, I kind of like motivated me to like figure it out. You know what I mean? And I'd just be like, bro, explain to me like what you saw. He would send me screen recordings every single day of him just like explaining the entire trade, like on his phone, putting text over it, zooming in and out, changing the time frames. This kid was working overtime to teach me, dog. It was ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous.
Did you ever hit him with like, I'll give you some profits if I win?
Of course, bro. Of course. And I'll get into that too. And like, anyways, what's it called? Bro, if you would scroll through our chats, we stopped like talking as like friends completely. It was just trading.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
It would just be like
straight trading.
50 pictures of charts and then, yo, let's play tennis. Yeah. 50 pictures of charts. Yo, let's play tennis. That's all it was.
You were his Padawan.
Yeah.
I fully was. And like, I think that's why I was able to learn so efficiently because all the information I was consuming was from one source. And I knew it worked because I could see it in front of me every single day. Anyways, yeah, bro, fast forward, you know, like 8 months, I guess, down the line, I was starting to make some money. But then there's that period of time too, where that's right when I had started to make money from trading. I was also trying to fucking do school and everything. And I had all my classes overlapping my morning session. So I would go to sleep every night at like 10 p.m., set an alarm for 2 a.m. and trade 2 to 4 a.m. London session. And then I'd be like destroyed the next morning and my mental health was going down the shitter, bro. It was bad, but I wanted to make it work. Like I didn't put in all that time and money for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was pretty crazy. Like I was always just figuring out ways to make it work. Even when I was working that job, bro. Fuck, can you censor the word job? People don't like to hear that.
Did you say that was like your lowest point?
Working the job? I think it wasn't my lowest point, to be honest. It was just like, it was definitely the biggest like awakening I had.
Yeah.
I told him though before he started the job.
He did
I guarantee you. Well, first of all, I didn't even think you'd make it to this point though, because like I've told you guys before, it's like any of these types of like skills or like hobbies that I usually like try and do. I usually like just thug it out until I can get decent at it. And I got fucked trading every single time. And I did it for 2 years. I never ended up winning.
That's how
And so it was actually pretty sad. It was sad. You know what I mean? I tried a lot and I quit.
Yeah.
And I quit crypto now too.
Damn.
Fucking hate
For
crypto.
real?
I quit all things financial markets.
Yeah.
Just leave
Yeah,
it
actually,
to the
no, he did.
advisor.
That's
The only
true,
financial.
You quit crypto?
Huh?
You quit crypto?
sold
I
it.
quit crypto.
You sold all
I
your
quit
crypto?
options. Sold it all.
What?
Yeah, so he forced us to put $100,000 into crypto each, and now he exited all the positions that he told us to.
Yeah, but
put
they're
in.
making a lot of money. Plus, I told everyone to get into render at like 138, 148. I got in and got like 300%, but I was up 800% at one point. So I took a fat L there.
You didn't close?
Yeah, the only investments I'm doing now are retirement accounts and real estate. Nothing else.
Nice.
It's completely
Done.
valid.
But
bro.
besides the point, then I started to realize that you were actually pretty fucking locked in. Like
Yeah.
every time I'd go into your room, you were staring at TradingView.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, bro, maybe he'll figure it out. I mean, plus you've always been, like I said before, like more of a mechanical thinker. Like you got an A in accounting, I got a C. You know, you've always been better with numbers.
Yeah,
I
I
can't do
hate that I
numbers.
don't have like that story of like, yeah, I fucking failed every single class in high school and university, and now I'm a fucking millionaire day trader. Like, I got straight A's all of high school and university. It's just, but I mean, at the same time, I got straight A's almost finessing
Yeah.
every single year, and like it made me realize I'm like, you gotta fucking work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And all the
True.
shit that I'm being taught, I'm probably not gonna fucking apply it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just never figure it out though, because like, I would look at you and like you would study for like an hour for an exam and get a good score. I spent like 2 days at the library. I get a 70 on an accounting test.
I think I've been to the library once in my life.
Yeah, so I think if you're like that, if you're the type of person who's just quick with exams, maybe give trading a shot. But if you're like me, stay the fuck away.
I don't think that's what it
Oh,
was
the
though, bro.
complete
I
opposite.
actually, I genuinely think the only reason trading worked out, or not the only reason, was because I was obsessed with video games. I always like in my head, it makes perfect sense, bro. Because growing up, I had put thousands of hours into Rocket League, into CS:GO, into any video game, any video game you can think of. I try to get to at least the top 100 on the leaderboards. And when I was learning how to trade, it sort of felt like that same competitiveness where it's like, I just wanted to prove that I could be good at this shit. You know what I mean? That's really all it was. And in my head, I was like, dude, if I could put 1,000 hours into a video game that gives me no financial return, imagine the financial return I could see putting 1,000 hours into a high income skill. You know what I mean? And so that's how I started to think about it. And I was like, bro, I just got to show up every single day and try to be a better trader today than I was yesterday. And that's my only goal. Just follow my system, make it better every single day. And somewhere down the line, I'll see success. The money will be a complement of all this.
Yeah.
But as of now, I'm more focused on just the process. I mean, I was
Yeah.
obsessed with it. I was obsessed with the process. And I'd say the only class that ever helped me in university when it came to trading was statistics, just because it gave me a good sense of like, you trust probability when it's on your side. You know what I mean? And I knew like with this strategy, probability was on my side. So I just didn't question it once. I just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's fire. I was the complete opposite with school.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
I was a fucking crash out. Well, no, with trading, really, I mean, it was also at the point where I didn't, I guess, have anyone like by my side, like with Pat. I was kind of like in a place by myself before I started Pat trading, before I even like started making really real money with it. And it was like in my dorm room and stuff. And I wanted it so bad. Like every time I would go to like my classes and I would just see people around me, and it didn't feel like I was meant to be there. And I remember just like literally I wouldn't leave my room. I would be studying. I'd be, locked in like 3 hours a day just on TradingView. And then from there, I would go on backtest. From there, I would go and then watch YouTube videos. From there, I would go journal. I was doing like everything in my life to make this shit work. Like I had to make it work. Just like Pat, like you have to be obsessed with it. If you're not obsessed with it, then there's going to be someone out there that's more obsessed with it, and that's who's going to make it.
so true.
There is though a level I think of healthy and unhealthy obsession. Like I would say an example of unhealthy obsession when it comes to trading is like you take a trade, you win, but then you want to take another trade, and then you want to spend 3 hours.
But
on the chart.
that's obsession
100%.
that's obsession with the outcome and not the process.
Exactly. So
Right.
that's what my question is: when did you see a turning point in
Right.
your obsession to more of like a strategic approach to it? It's like, okay, I'm going to take this trade, but then if I win, I'm done. If I lose, I'm done. And then I'm going to go to the charts and backtest.
Yeah.
Then after I backtest, I'm going to look over some of my strategies. I'm going to look at my P&L for the week, and I'm going to decide how much more I want to risk. All these different things. I know there's some people out there who are probably just like, oh, I got to spend 24 hours a day looking at the charts.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
100%. Bro,
Less is better.
yeah.
Less is more.
I mean, at the start, I was obsessed with the process, but I was also obsessed with the outcome at the beginning, and I think everyone is. They want to make that quick money. If they're not seeing that return instantly, again, especially with this generation, I feel like we always are looking to see like, oh, but he has like the fast cars, oh, but he has the jewelry, and he got there so fast, like under a year you can make it. And it's like, well, it's really different depending on everyone, depending on who you are, depending on, if you get the information filtered or not. For me, I had to go through 10 different strategies before I could get there. And, it got to the point where I was super obsessed with the process, and I loved, just overall learning. But it was weird because it's like, I'm not seeing the profits, right? I'm not making the money. It's like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And, at the end of the day, it just comes down to screen time and time. And over time, I get to the point where I'm able to start calming down and I mean, bro, even before this, my parents would literally visit me in my dorm room because of how much time I was literally just inside. My mom would fucking like track me and be like, you haven't left your room all day. Like, go eat, go do something, bro. I weighed like 130 pounds in college, like as a fucking freshman. Like, that shit's at like 6 foot. Like, it was bad. It got to the point where I was like not doing anything but wanting to make this shit work. And, you know, I don't suggest that, obviously, but I think I just put my back against the wall and, you know, not in like a conscious way, but just more like, this is all I want. And if this shit doesn't work, then I don't know, then I'm fucked. Like,
No, not even,
that's
but it's
it.
like at least you gave it like your all, and that's like the same epiphany I had, bro. I was like, dude, there's so many things in life that I had going well for me, but I was scared to genuinely go 100%, and I kept like trying to like root back, like, what is like the fear that like, is it because I'm scared to fail? But like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the process.
Exactly.
And I just never genuinely committed to one thing, and that's when like we were talking about the job earlier. I was working this fucking corporate job. I was like a marketing analyst. I was like doing all like the financial reports for this furniture company's like advertisement campaigns and stuff. And whatever, bro. I'd walk into at this point I was already making decent money with trading. Like I could replace that income that I was making there. But you know, I kind of got brainwashed for a bit through university, through family and friends. Like you need to work a regular job, and I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. And I would walk into those meetings and I'd look around and I'm like, are these people like anything like me? Like, did they genuinely have like the ambitions and like these dreams to do all these crazy things in life like I did or like I do? And I would look around and everyone just kind of looked so like down, bro, like so drained from being in there. Like everyone, you know what I mean?
That's how I felt.
Yeah, bro.
That
And
yellow, those rectangular lights
Holy
that you
shit.
can like move the ceiling. You know which ones I'm talking about?
yes, bro. Yes.
Bro, that
Drains
was,
you.
huh?
Drains you.
That shit is my worst nightmare, bro.
Bro, it was so like just stepping into that office every day, scanning your thing, sitting at that desk, seeing hundreds of people. And this was a huge corporate like company. And you just like see everyone just sitting there like, and you're like, bro, like dog, like this is, you guys look like you're fucking, oh my God.
I mean, but some people are, you know, made for the 9 to 5. Like,
There is a beauty
not
to
everyone's
simplicity.
cut out for trading.
Some people like that structure.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there, brother.
No, you're good. You're
And
good.
you know, it's like, it's the same way where there's like a study where it's like the number one consumers for Legos, or like the most growth in consumers for Legos are adults, because they like being given directions. They like being told what to do. It's almost therapeutic. I wasn't like that though. I'm not like that. Like I like building Legos, but I don't like taking fucking orders from someone else. I hate that shit, bro. I hate being told what to do. And anyways, I remember I finessed the fuck out of this job pretty much. Like my first week there, I figured out how to automate like half my work, like everything using AI. And I would get into the office an hour and a half early. I would do all the financial reports and everything using AI.
All right, let's be real. Use ChatGPT.
Yeah, same shit.
Because people will say like, "Oh, I can automate my work, brother." You're just plugging into ChatGPT. I'm not hating.
Oh, yo,
I'm
yeah.
just saying because like bros will be like, "Yeah, I just automated my entire semester with AI," and they're just like,
No,
putting it
you're
into GPT.
no, yeah. I didn't. I'm not like that.
You
Like,
weren't
I'm
like coding some sort of
no,
fucking
no,
autonomous
no.
system for your
no,
job.
the fuck, no. I was just,
Let's just get that straight.
yeah. No, I was just using like I created like prompts and stuff that explained
Yeah.
like everything. But yeah, no,
I mean, I would do that too with essays. I would say like, "Yo, I got this whole fucking backtest system with like 3 different softwares."
No, I would just literally plug. I would plug in the Excel files, this and that. Be like, write
Yeah.
the reports for this. Yeah, nothing crazy. I wasn't trying to sound like a nerd. And then after I'd get everything done by like 9:30, I'd be locked in those like little quiet booths, bro, just trading. That's all I was doing. And so then I would have like 5 hours of the rest of my day while I was at work to do nothing. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like I'm doing nothing now. I got everything done so fast. And I was like, dude, how about I just quit this job, go live alone in an apartment, and for the first time in my life, try to see what I can make, you know, what I can turn this into if I go 110%. If I give myself no option but to make it work. And I remember calling dad one day and I was like, yo, I want to quit this job, bro. Like I hate it.
This is after I quit.
Yeah, and he was like, I know you guys said like you think I need this experience and stuff, but like I have other dreams and other shit that I know I'm better at, and I'd rather pursue this. And I was so surprised, and he just said, he asked me, he's like, do you think you would regret if you stayed? And I'd be like, yeah, I would regret if I stayed. And because I would never know what I could have made out of this, out of trading if I went 110% into it.
And now you're done with school too.
Yeah. And then I quit the job. I was living alone in an apartment, and all I did was try to get better at trading. I took a year off of school, whatever, this and that. At this point now I'm dropped out of school, and
Then you guys launched PB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that, bro. That's the thing. Like, what's scarier than, not making it and failing is just not even knowing if you would have made it.
That exactly, bro. That's the realest shit ever.
Yeah.
And that's what that experience taught me, bro. It's just like I way rather pour all my time and energy into something to see if it was like meant to be, if it was going to succeed or not, than just be scared to try it at all.
The thing is, your family and friends are always going to want to take like a protective, like they will, when they see you wanting to take like a big risk or do something completely out of pocket that may not seem normal, they're going to tell you to take the safe route. And that's fine. That's human nature. That's the biggest challenge you have to overcome, I think, when you're trying to take the leap to achieve a certain goal, is that you need to literally say, fuck you, straight up. And you just have to do whatever it is, whatever that voice in your head's telling you, like, I got to do this shit. No one's going to understand. They're not supposed to understand. The more you explain yourself, the more you're wasting time getting after it.
So true.
And that's the hardest fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, dude. My dad and stuff, he went to college. He did law school. He went through that whole entire process. So for him to, for me to tell him, hey, Dad, I'm thinking about dropping out of school and becoming a day trader, it's like, to him, his mind's like, what the fuck, right? Like any parent would be, obviously. Like, day trading, it's like 99% of people lose money, right? So it's very hard as a parent. They're going to be protective over you, and it's okay. And the only way to really like shut up your parents is by like showing them like, oh, well, I made $50K this month, and then they'll be like, okay, now I understand, right? But yeah, I
remember telling you so many times too, bro. I'm like, have you told your parents how much money you made? I'm like, he was 18, bro. I made $100,000 and after a year of trading. And he's like, no, bro. Like, I haven't told them. I'm like, when do you plan on telling them? He's like, I don't know, but like, I feel like they might treat me differently now and this and that. And like, you were super scared of like how they would react.
It was weird, bro, because I don't know. I didn't really like telling anyone, I guess, the kind of like journey that I'm on. I never really told, like, Patrick was really like the only person I really showed, I guess, like how much money I was making and like what I was doing. But like the process and everything, I was just locked in by myself. I hate telling people like, oh, I'm going to start trading, or, I'm learning trading right now, or, I'm going to start this business without like actually doing it, without actually like making that shit work. It's just self-masturbation. And you're just like not actually,
you get that dopamine rush from telling other people that you have these ideas and shit. Rather than just showing them once you've actually done it. And I think I was talking about that recently. I made a video about it and everything. I'm like, bro, you just got to work in silence. Like, if you have these ideas and if you have like these passions, bro, just pursue them in silence, because a lot of the times most people are going to doubt you. They're going to say, what the fuck are you doing? You're crazy for this. But you need to understand that if you want to be like the 1% in the world, like, you need to be crazy. You need to be delusional. And you can't give a fuck about what anybody tells you.
Yeah.
So
I really do hate though that 1% shit and the word make it and all that, to be honest. Like, anytime I think about my goals, I never think like, oh, I want to be part of this like 1%.
Yeah.
Like, if I really break it down though, I do want to do that 1% shit. You know what I mean? Like, I do want to fly and travel the world in the fucking first row of that goddamn plane.
Yeah.
I do want to fucking try the best food. I do want to see all the cultures and shit. But to me, it's like never. Like, I hate that like 1%.
Yeah, I
shit,
mean,
to
like,
be honest. Because like for me, it's like more about like, I don't know. Social media has painted the 1% so bad. Like, the 1% of people, the real 1% is people who wake up every day and like look forward to their day and what they're gonna do.
That's so
Not
true.
the motherfucker sitting on a 150-meter yacht and somewhere in the Mediterranean, you know, with like, who doesn't sleep well at night because he's got like 4 lawsuits going on in the back end and all this different shit.
No,
Like, the
for
1% is people who are happy, healthy, and like have a close connection with their family. So I hate that shit. I think social media is fucked up 1% completely, but I get what you're saying.
It's more for like the day trading.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a real statistic.
The day trading 1% is a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the tax bracket 1%.
No. I'm not talking about the tax bracket 1%. And I genuinely think the wealthiest 1% on the planet are those people, like you said, who wake up early, who do what they have to do, who go to the gym every single day or exercise consistently and eat healthy. Like, that is true fucking wealth.
Yeah.
And we also tell people like that. And when we tell people, like if you want to be like the 1% of traders, like those successful traders, then you need to operate like the 1%. And we're never referring to the 1% like tax bracket wise or whatever.
Yeah.
We're referring
Right.
to the people who have so much structure in their life and so much discipline that like that immediately translates to business, to your work life, to anything that you're passionate about. I always tell people like your psychology and trading isn't built on the charts. Just because you're waking up every morning and trading every day, that's not going to necessarily make you a better trader. You might start understanding some technicals more, but your ability to apply it consistently and like accurately with little to no emotion is going to depend on how disciplined and consistent your life is off the charts. You need to build winning systems off the charts to create winning systems on the charts. That's what I always tell people.
Yeah.
Right.
I wanted to ask you guys before, were there any moments throughout the process where you were on the verge of quitting?
Oh, 100%. Bro, I've been on the verge of quitting for like so many times. Like literally like more than anyone. Like
What was the most recent time you thought about quitting?
I guess well, not like recently obviously, but more when I was just definitely like in college cuz you know, you have so many people telling you this shit's not going to work. And especially when you don't have like anyone around you, nobody to hold you really accountable. Trading's a game versus you. That's it. It's not against anyone else. And if your psychology is not in check, and if you know you have everyone else around you telling that this shit's not going to work, and then if you're not currently seeing the profits on your screen right now, and you're not seeing any money getting generated, it's like, you know, it's hard. Trading is fucking hard. It's difficult, and you have to push through that moment. And I guess it was just really when I blew like the majority of my savings. So, you know, I used to work at Carrot Express before that, and I saved up a bunch of money from that. And then when I got to like my senior year, when I got to like college, I ended up putting money towards, you know, drop shipping and then, you know, eventually trading. And that's where I really funded, I guess, my trading journey. And I remember blowing through pretty much almost all of that, which wasn't a lot, but it was like, you know, around like $4,000 that I had saved up. And imagine like it's like $100, $150 for like an evaluation with like these prop firms. So I blew through so many of these evaluations when I blew like $3,000. And I guess it didn't really hit until like there was one day where I ended up blowing, or dude, I fucking used to wake up every morning at like 8:30 because that's when news drops, and I always used to wake up to like full port because I was a fucking full porter. I just wanted to full port this news. I don't know why, but you know, I wanted to do that. So I always just wake up like an hour earlier.
You full port.
Just full port, just full port
Full port
CPI.
king.
Full port king, bro.
Full
That's
port
what
CPI.
Yeah, that's what they called me, bro.
So you were thinking it's either a Lambo or it's a fucking cardboard box.
And it's also because like
Full port Ferb.
yeah, it's also though because like your parents are telling you like, oh, like you've been doing this trading thing for a while, you know, it's been like 2 months. Where's the profits? Where's the money? You know, you're fucking up in school right now, and it's like I need to make this work now. I need to show them something. I need to show people something. So it's like it's hard, bro. It's like, and the reality is, you know, after I blew that, and it was like one morning, I remember I just ended up blowing the account, and I sat there with myself, and I'm like, how many evaluations have I gone through? And I remember like looking through my phone, I'm scrolling, and I just filtered out like, you know, prop firm, and I'm just scrolling through the amount of firms that I've just blown through. And it was like thousands of dollars. And I was like, holy shit, like I'm down to like about my last like few $100 here. And I remember just looking myself in the mirror, and I was like fucking crying, and I was just like, dude, how do I want this? Like, do I even want this? Am I even cut out for this? Like, if I can't follow a simple set of rules every day that I set out that I know is profitable, I've done the work, I've put in hours in back testing, right? I know that this system is profitable. If I can't follow this, then do I even want this? And I remember like that was like the turning point. And it was also like a moment before that, right, where I was like, fuck this, like I want to quit. I was pissed at myself. But that was also really a big turning point in my trading where I realized that, you know, I just have to take it slow. I can't let anyone else tell me, you know, what to do, because this is a you versus you game, and trading is a long process. You're not gonna see quick money in 2 months. You're not gonna see it in 3 months, maybe not even a year. For me, it took about a year and a half until I actually started seeing money getting made from this.
From that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you guys should figure it out, bro, a year can change your life so fast. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like what was besides, you know, that turning point of you like looking at yourself in the mirror and all that,
Yeah.
I'm sure like that following month
Yeah.
was like
So
very interesting.
very, because
What
I
was that
had,
like? Because I'm sure there was like some
Mhm.
even there's some ups and there was probably a roller coaster that month.
Yeah. Okay, so the main changes I made was, before I was obviously like just didn't see sunlight. Like literally I would be in my room 24/7 with my blackout curtains just like on the charts. And I had my bed set up here on the top, and then the trading, my trading setup on the bottom of my dorm, dorm bed. So put my blanket over too. And
Jesus.
like, it was crazy because then my roommate was like next door, so I didn't want him to like see my glaring trading view screen. So I had, my blanket behind me, and I started just read a lot of this book, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I always recommend it to everyone that's trying to better their overall psychology, and he talked a lot about life outside of the charts and how much that affects you. And I'm looking at my life outside the charts and I'm like, I don't have any. I don't even have a life outside the charts. I'm not doing anything. So I started actually, getting back into a routine, and I had just a structured routine, 9 to 11 every day. That's all I need. Then go out, do something, literally take my mind away from the charts, because I know that this system's profitable. I don't need to do any more work throughout this process, right? I just have to now receive the outcome of the work I put in, right? And the way I do that is just by following my rules, following that every day. And I would go to the gym, I would eat healthy, I would get sunlight in my face. And that just overall made me a happier person, and that made me trade better as well.
You gotta put your mental and physical health above all, bro. That fucking funnels into everything else you do in life, for sure. I remember, like, I always say everyone goes through like the Kruger effect with trading.
Career effect.
The Kruger effect.
Kruger.
Yeah. Which, I mean, so when you start off, like, your competence is like at an all-time low, but your confidence is super high. You have like sort of a dose of like that beginner's luck. You think you're gonna make it work really fast, and you know what I mean? Your confidence is just skyrocketed because you think you're the shit and you're excited to start something new. Then you've obviously spent some time doing this. You're getting better. Your competence is growing, but there will be a time where you get super humbled.
That's what I was just, the mass humbling.
Yeah, the mass humbling, and your confidence gets absolutely shot. And then that's when you're sitting with yourself and you're like, oh my God, I don't even know if I should continue doing this. Right? But that's right before the true learning curve starts. And that's genuinely where like 99% of people quit, because now their confidence is destroyed. They realize they're not as good as they thought they were at whatever skill they were pursuing. And they didn't get that instant success like they were expecting. And so you have to sit with yourself and be like, okay, all this time and money I've put into this skill, am I going to put it to waste now, or am I genuinely going to start applying it the way it should be? And then that's when like that true learning curve starts and you start seeing success. I remember like there were so many changes, bro, I made into my life when I wanted to genuinely get my shit together, bro. And we always talk about this. Like, I was waking up every single morning, hour and a half before market open. I would stand outside on the balcony, stare into the sun, let the freaking heat beam into my eyes, and I would just hit myself with daily affirmations like, I'm successful, I'm patient, I'm all these things, all these traits that I wanted to like have in life that I didn't quite have at the time. I was trying to sort of bring them to life, start convincing myself that I had these, so I would subconsciously start operating with those traits. And I think that was so powerful because it like slowly started rewiring my brain day by day. And I would hold myself accountable every single day by like thinking, okay, this future successful version of myself that has a dream car, that has a dream house, that's taking care of mom and dad, that's fucking traveling with Richie. Like, what does that look like? And like, would he be doing what I'm doing right now? You know what I mean? And so I would use that version of myself to hold myself accountable. Like, if I was thinking about going out on a fucking Wednesday or Thursday, I'd be like, would that version of me be doing that? No. Would he be skipping the gym after a losing trade just because he fucking lost? No. Would he be rotting in bed till fucking 3 a.m. doom scrolling on TikTok? No. There were so many habits that I needed to break if I genuinely wanted to get my life in check. And yeah, bro, like that's when I started seeing the most success and felt the best I ever have. You know what I mean? Just mentally, physically, everything. Everything was finally clicking because I decided to prioritize my mental and physical health over everything.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, for me, it's like fitness fucking saved me, to be honest. Like when I got in shape in high school and stuff, like I noticed like everything else in my life began to do better. Like from my relationships to just my academics when I was in school. to just my own mental health and stuff. So it definitely makes sense how that would translate into trading. You know, you can't be waking up and trying to like you're more vulnerable to failure, to not follow your strategy or plan if you have a foggy brain.
Yeah.
If you got baked the night before, or if you're going to bed at 3 a.m. gaming, like
Yeah.
you're no profitable trader is probably gaming till 3, 4 in the morning and then waking up at 8 in the morning and fucking locking in. Like, and the truth is that it's probably such a simple solution. Like from someone who doesn't even trade, like routine is everything. And I remember when you were doing that shit in the balcony every single day, and I think that was like kind of the turning point where I started to realize, we're like, holy fuck, like you two fuckers are actually like doing this shit. And like now it's just fucking insane. Now it's just sick.
Yeah.
Because there's like that one point once you break through like that valley of just like, oh,
despair.
you don't know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's actually called the Valley of Death. Like I learned it in my entrepreneurship class. Like every startup goes through like this like valley of death, where it's just like you start off feeling like super confident, everything's gonna work. I have this $1 billion idea. Everyone thinks it's gonna be this massive fucking idea. Then you get a little humbling reality check, and you really realize, you see the whole market, you see your idea through, and like there's a lot more to be done. Then you start getting on that upwards trajectory, and I think that's like when I saw you guys really start to fucking pump, because I had my community back in the day, last year in info, and we were like launched at the same time, and then you guys just fucking skyrocketed, and like, that was really sick. We've spoken about it before, but like I think like it's so good. I think a great thing you can do, like if you don't like to write shit down, or like if you think affirmations and all that stuff is like kind of like homo or just like weird, which most dudes think.
Most dudes think that, yeah.
Most dudes think it's pretty weird.
Yeah, but then you look at every single successful person,
Exactly.
Every artist who's made it, like musician, like whatever, Drake, everyone, bro, they all talk about the same thing. Like, you know, like you have to bring these ideas that you have in your head into life.
Yeah.
And obviously the most important thing is action, but it's being able to visualize it consistently, which helps you keep you in that path.
Yeah, like people ask me like, oh, when did you start making content? Like, was this your plan? Did you know you were going to get to this point? And like, I knew I was at like 1 follower. I knew that it was going to come to this point. I didn't know when it would happen, how fast it would happen. I just knew. And
you made
a
video before you sorry to cut you off, but you made that video before you started content.
Yeah.
Like, and you fully like, I remember you sent it in the family group chat recently, and it was you looking into the phone, and you're like, you know, hey Richie, you know, you're watching this right now. You're gonna be the biggest fitness creator ever. I'm relaunching Daddy Want Us right now. I'm gonna start doing it again, and this time I'm gonna do it right.
Yeah.
And you like made that promise, like that future, you know, self. And you posted every single day, bro, for a year, multiple times a day, and like that's. In a year, you had almost 1 million followers. Like that goes to show, bro, like what a year of consistency and like discipline and following that path can do.
Yeah. And you see a lot of people do that shit too. Like I've seen the video of Mr. Beast, like, yo, like I got 1,000 subs. Like I'll see you in 2 years. Or Speed did the same shit. Like Aiden Ross did the same shit. Like you don't have to record yourself, but I think it's kind of cool because like, you're making this like promise, you're making this agreement to yourself, you know? And then like, I still go back to that video now because the fire sometimes goes away. And like, that's like the number one thing I like to remind myself when I'm like on a super like on like a sprint, like whether you like if you guys are seeing your community or in your trading, you're on a 30-day win streak. It's like always remember that like even when things are going amazing, there's a darker chapter coming at some point. Of course. And so those videos are good to look at during any of those times because that shit, it can get fucking crazy.
Bro, it's so crazy.
I want to see that video.
You haven't shown it to you?
No.
He has so many.
Bro, I documented the entire content journey for myself. Every week I would just record myself. Like, yo, I'm at like 300 followers right now. Like, this is how I'm feeling and stuff.
Even when I started trading, we have a video together. I hadn't started like any social media or anything. This was when I was just trading. He had been doing social media for, 2-3 months. He had like, I don't know, 40K followers or something.
Yeah.
And I said in the video like,
Past my first funded?
Not even yet. I was like, in a couple months, I'm gonna have my first funded. I'm gonna be making money. Richie was like, the question was, where do you think you're gonna be by the end of the year for Richie? And I was like, 250K. I said, I think he's gonna be at 250K, bro. He made it to $800,000. To 800,000 followers that year.
Yeah, you gotta set the bar high, bro. Unrealistic.
Bro, sometimes I feel like I speak faster than I think, and I sound like XQC.
XQC?
Yeah, you know, like just nothing he says makes sense. I have to like force myself to slow down. But I was gonna say something. You were saying before, like, you know, no profitable trader is staying up at night gaming or doing all these things, and I don't necessarily think that's like what a profitable trader does, it's not that they avoid these things. It's that they don't let themselves trade in a state of mind when they know that they're not,
100%.
able to trade well. And like, that was like me this morning. Like I protected myself from trading half asleep. I felt already pretty drained from trading so much in the last couple of weeks. And I just wanted like a 1 day break. And if there's some nights where I go out, and I have to trade the next day, like the thing is I don't have to trade the next day. You know what I mean? And I won't let myself trade the next day because I don't want to operate feeling like shit when it's such a game of psychology.
Yeah.
So
I want to ask, what are some of the biggest losses you guys have taken, or like a notable
Bloody.
loss that taught you a big
Bro.
lesson?
Yeah. Well, this was when, actually pretty recently, this is when I was actually in Madrid, and it was definitely like a huge learning point because, I mean, at this point, like I was already profitable in trading, right? This was a couple months ago. And this is what happened. I had a problem with my trade copier. If you guys don't know what a trade copier is, it's basically when you can have one account and then you can also have like multiple accounts on like the same firm, and if you take one trade on one account, it copies to all of them. So your profits are like doubled or tripled or quintupled, whatever, by the amount of accounts you have. And I remember taking a trade and I ended up I put a stop loss in play, and for some reason it didn't copy on all of the other accounts. And it ended up just like ripping through my stop loss, and I was like, all right, cool, like whatever. And I didn't really take much notice of it, and I just like got off the charts. I remember going back that day, or at like 4 p.m. I got like some emails like, accounts been breached, accounts been breached, accounts been breached. I'm like, what? I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? And I'm looking at my accounts, all just like blown, but they don't actually like blow completely. It was just like what's it called? Like a
max loss.
max loss limit type of thing. And then it was like 6 p.m. and I'm just like, fuck this. Like I'm trading Asia session. And that was a week where that month was like a calm 40K payout. That just ended up getting like blown just because I ended up having so many emotions going on. Also, like my outside life, there's a lot going on in like, my overall life personally that I was dealing with. And it gets to a point where if you're not doing anything, again, outside of your life, if you're not making yourself busy and you're just thinking about these things, you're just going to like eventually just be like, fuck this. Like, let me get some dopamine right now. See if I can make some money right now. It's like Asia session. It's like 6 p.m. And then in Madrid, that's like, I don't know what time that was. That was like, 12 a.m. or something.
You're trading at midnight.
Trading at midnight on my
wasn't operating as well.
I'm literally like doom scrolling. I'm like, fuck this. Like, let me just like trade some Asia session. And yeah, I blew through like 40K with the profits that day.
And could you go to bed that night?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did go to bed just because I was like so fucking drained and tired.
Sometimes it just hits you so hard and you're like, yep, fuck this. Bro.
Yeah.
How did you bounce back from that though? Because I'm sure you were fucked afterwards.
Oh, for sure.
How do you bounce back?
You still had a few accounts though.
Yeah, it was just, bro, this is the thing with trading. Like, I'm always constantly learning. And like with trading, you cannot have an ego because the market will always come and humble the fuck out of you. No matter if you're profitable, no matter if you've been doing this shit for years, if you stop following your rules, if you stop doing the things that you used to do when you were trying to become a profitable trader in the beginning stages, you're not profitable anymore, right? If you just stop doing those things, you're not going to be profitable. The market's going to humble the fuck out of you. So I didn't do what I used to do, which was, not trade when I have personal problems outside of my life, not trade when when there's emotions going on, right? And I guess going back to like the whole emotions thing, the way I'm able to, have emotions in trading is because I'm able to understand, I guess, the emotions that I'm feeling, and then I can not act on those emotions, right? So like, let's say I take a loss, and at that point I took a loss and it wasn't really in my control. So obviously I'm going to feel like emotional about it because there was just a technical issue. What I should have done in that moment was understand, okay, I'm feeling emotional right now. I should step away from the charts and not trade, because if I take a loss right now, I'm going to start getting to the cycle in my head of, this is not my true system. This is not aligned with my model.
Everyone learns the hard way, brother.
Yeah.
I've definitely been there.
What's your biggest loss you've taken while trading?
So mine was when I got out of my 4-year relationship. I, naturally got out of a relationship and you're like, all right, time to get my bag up. And everyone goes through this part of a breakup where you just gotta mog, become super rich, and eventually like drive past her house in a foreign. So I was actually having one of the best months. I was close to 6 figures this month. I had a lot of money that I had made trading. And right after the breakup, next day, I got in this mindset of I wanted to feel something, and I was chasing it through money, of course. And so naturally, I tried making a lot of money trading, but not necessarily taking my setup, more so just hoping that the gods would be on my side, targeting hopes and dreams. And I fucking rinsed 40 bands in 30 minutes. So yeah, that was definitely something for sure.
That I don't want to say that firm, but yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
That was with that firm.
I took
Yeah.
I took over like 12 trades that day. Like I would enter, stopped out, enter, stopped out, enter, stopped out, enter, stopped out. Yeah, it was.
It's so tough, bro, because that's the reality of trading. Like I really never had like any huge personal problems outside of my life, like except for like that time. And like you're saying, like you learn things about yourself. Like after that time, you recognized, okay,
I will never trade again unless I'm going through personal shit.
exactly, ever again, right? And I mean that's the thing about trading. You're always learning things about yourself. You're always learning new things about the market, about your strategy, about your model. So yeah, definitely from that moment on, same. Like if I need to take a break, bro, I will. Thank God I haven't had a time like this where I've been having a bad mental outside of trading. But yeah,
I completely forgot. Right after that, right, I took a week or two break from trading. I'm talking about like I didn't even think about it whatsoever. I told Blake, I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, don't even like hit me up or anything. I just need to go on like a mental cleanse, dude. Like,
yeah.
and I kind of just locked in, was going to the gym every day, doing my thing, not really thinking about trading and letting myself factory reset, bro. Because like shit like that, it's very easy to think like, damn, I need to make this money back. I need to get back at the markets and, you know, get these profits and shit. But what you need, bro, is to just take a step back and accept that you broke your rules, you took an L, and there's nothing you can do about it now. So it happens, bro.
Take accountability.
And like, thank God I'm aware of this now when I have way more money to work with, because, you know, God forbid I have like a crash out day like that where I could genuinely lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope you don't see any of those crazy L's anytime soon.
No.
And with that being said, I want to get into now a little bit of more rapid fire questions, some questions that some of your fans submitted. I think the more important questions.
Yep.
The appropriate ones, right?
Yep.
For sure.
So you guys getting laid way more now that you're making hundreds of $1,000s a month?
So I can go first. Yeah, just speaking from my experiences as a day trader, I think it's kind of like an inverse fair value gap in the way where you think that it's going to help you, right? When you start trading and stuff, it's actually a scare factor. And I don't think I've looked at a woman or a woman's looked at me back since that moment I started trading. So it's been a while. Haven't felt the touch of a woman in a very long time, but it's worth it because, you know, 100K months, right? So it's like fire. But like woman,
Yeah.
So you got your own crib now with ocean view, king bed, kitchen to yourself,
Right.
flat screen TV.
But the twist is it's a 1 bedroom. And,
It's
I
a
mean,
li-
I'm not a 1 bedroom, but it's just him living alone.
yeah, it's just scary, like woman. And
So you're
shit.
not getting laid more now that you're making more money.
No.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, like actually very like negatively laid somehow. Like
That's
I don't.
awful.
Yeah.
So why don't you add some balance to your routine? Like, what's the point of having all this paper and this new crib? and this
There's
new
a
whip
there's a trade-off.
if you can't get
there's a
like
trade-off.
some roadhead.
No, I don't even.
That's a good point, man.
You could, but no, I've never. No, I don't do that woman stuff anymore, bro.
What about you, Pat? Are you getting laid more now that you're making hundreds of $1,000s?
Yeah, not really. I think there's definitely an inverse relationship between money and woman. The more money you make, the less, I guess, female interaction you get. But that's why you try to compensate. You buy things that women like the vintage Porsche. And you pray that one day a fine female will step in there and maybe give you some road dome. Has that happened? No. But maybe one day it will. However, for now, we're on a pretty bad dry streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about it.
I started it as like dry January, like we all do, or whatever the month was. No Nut November or something. But I haven't done the and
God
it's
damn.
been like that since
Like 7 months into the year.
1, 2, about that.
You both have ex-girlfriends, right?
Yeah.
Have you slept with them in the past 3 months?
Oh.
Dude,
6 months?
it's crazy.
In the
No.
last 6 months? What is this question?
Yo, get this. Yo,
This year, have you spoken,
you've had
Is
ex.
it 2025?
have you spoken or slept with your ex-girlfriend this year? Yes or no?
So the first time I took a trade was when I was like 16.
No, actually, this year.
This is
Answer the
not
question.
going to the pod.
Answer the question.
What type of question is this? This is podcast supposed to be informative.
Yeah, this is about to get informative. Answer this question.
Okay, yo.
Have you had any interactions with your ex-girlfriend, Blake?
Yeah, happy birthday. I don't do that shit, man.
I wanted to know, for those out there, because when you get tilted trading and you're probably taking L's, you probably start to think about your ex or other bad things. And in the event that you,
I don't think that's happening.
in the
Just
event,
you. That's just you.
in the,
just you.
in the event that you do sleep with your ex, I might have heard a thing or two. I think it can affect your trading. So I mean, we can't skip over this question, but all
We're skipping over this question.
right, talk to me about
That is not even a question the community's asking.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
something
show me
you
the
want to
man-
know.
who asked
yeah,
that?
who
This is the
asked
question.
that?
Show me a screenshot.
No, I mean, I got them written down here.
Oh, okay. Somebody asked that?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Now I want to get into blow and trading.
Blow.
Snow,
Snow.
Oh my god.
cocaine,
Okay.
big in the financial markets.
Yeah.
Wall Street smells like blow. Mm-hmm. You ever use it?
No.
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 Nah.
I refrain from all sorts of drugs and alcohol.
Why are you laughing so much, Blake?
I don't use blow either. No, wait, yo, these are not real questions.
Yeah, no one's
Just
asking
no,
these
no,
questions.
No, I don't think. No, these are not real questions.
Bro,
Okay, can I? Let me
answer the
okay,
question
ask me
seriously.
again.
Bro, you're the guest.
Ask me again. All right, you're right.
Do you use blow?
I don't
ever when
use
you're
blow
trading?
when I'm trading. No.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean when you're trading?
He just said when I'm trading. I don't
Okay,
use
but what
blow.
about-
Because,
I'll
bro,
put
you're
your not trading.
laughing and you're getting really antsy here with this
I'm
question.
not. Am I?
A little
I'm
bit.
not.
All right. So, okay.
No,
what about
no.
nicotine, Adderall, coffee?
Okay, so I actually
I-
don't use anything. I want to get into coffee though, because it does
Get
make.
into coffee? Who the fuck says it like
'Cause-
that? Who the fuck says it like
I
that?
saw this clip
wanna
of Mark.
get into
I saw this
coffee?
clip of Mark Zuckerberg on a podcast, and he was like, "Yeah, I use coffee recreationally. When I when I'm on trips and stuff." And it's like, yeah, I feel like I said it like that. No, I mean, it definitely makes me more locked in. I guess I just don't like the feeling I get sometimes. But no, I don't use nicotine. I don't use really anything, bro. We stopped smoking weed like so long ago. The thing is, we've been doing this shit since like 14. We've been like being crashed out. So
Yeah.
it gets to a point where it's like, all right, like I had my fun with this. It's not really necessary to use
Nah,
this anymore.
but yeah, bro. I actually had quit nicotine for like 3 years. I didn't smoke weed for like 3 years. Really, I actually even stopped drinking coffee too. But I'm not gonna lie, in the last year, as of like 2025, there's nothing better than the coffees in combo. Well, the way I like to do it is have a coffee in the morning, pop a Zyn right before I get on the charts, take a shit. I usually determine how good an African shuggy is depending on how fast I need to take a shit after I pop it in. So it's pretty efficient. Just clear the stomach, clear the mind before you get on the charts, and then you're fucking wired. You're zapped. But yeah, one time I did try to trade high. I didn't really know what was going on. It wasn't my strong suit.
Damn.
It's like kind of too big to know what's happening.
You guys are kind of more like the sober type of traders.
Yeah.
Yeah, sober, no females, no happiness, just money.
Yeah, damn, bro.
Would you rather know the market's direction for 7 days straight or be able to sleep with Transformers 2017 Megan Fox for a week straight?
Holy shit, what a question.
Yeah, obviously, this is like the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. I could gladly take a fucking break. Whoa, wow. Now you can make a lot of money if you know where it's going for 7 days.
7 days straight, you can just full board that shit.
Or,
There's no price on Prime Megan Fox.
okay, but then here's the thing. It's not like I've touched a woman anyways, so it doesn't even matter. Like, it's like, why would I crave something that, like, I don't really know even what it feels like, but I know money makes me happy, and, like, I can make more money. But touching a woman, that's so fucking scary, bro.
No,
do I have
no,
to
no.
speak with her?
Like in a conversation. You have
Yeah.
This
to,
is a simple question.
I know, but do you have to have conversation with her?
Megan Fox,
You have to have a conversation
Like,
with
do you have to
her?
like lead up to it? Like,
Yeah, you have to talk?
You have to
Oh,
talk
no?
through it.
you're locked in for a week.
But
This is a hard question, man. I don't know.
do you have to like physically touch her?
That's a little
What
gross.
the fuck is wrong with you? Do you rather shag Megan Fox for a week or know where the market's going to make a ton of
Dude,
money?
where are the market's going? This is an easy question. Where are the market's going, bro? I'm going to become
Yeah,
a
where the
fucking
market's
billionaire
going.
full port every single day. That's easy. Light work.
No, I'm kidding.
No question.
I definitely would absolutely take Megan Fox.
Wow.
Yeah, I could give a fuck. I mean, at that point, like, I'm dying happy. It's real shit. Remember when she opens a trunk?
Well, that's a good scene.
That's the frunk.
That's a
front
great scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
really good one.
Yeah. Yeah, Megan Fox.
Patty, this is more directed towards you now. Are we doing Porsche Turbo S or GT3 RS?
Yeah, it's crazy you asked me this question because a couple years ago I couldn't decide whether I wanted organic eggs at Whole Foods or the non-organic because I didn't have money.
That
at the time.
cage-free shit.
Yeah, so like, it's crazy that this is my dilemma now, whether I get the Turbo S or the GT3 RS. But we're locking in the Turbo S. Yeah, I need something to daily. So, getting the Turbo S.
How much is a Turbo S?
Well, this one specifically, because it has a sports design package and the heritage design package, it's about $300K.
Oh.
Like, what's the car that you got on your mind?
He
So-
wants a Vantage.
Oh, yeah, Aston Martin Vantage. It's so sexy. I just want to feel like James Bond. I'm not really into cars, but I just want to feel like James Bond. So that's the car I want. Aston Martin Vantage. But my credit score is so bad that it's not possible. I have like a 600 credit score. So one day, though. Yeah. Not good.
My credit score is pretty damn solid.
Because I also applied so many times, it kept tanking my score. Like, there's so many factors. I hate credit score. It's like, you want to get better credit, but then it's like, I want to get something to help me build credit, but it's like, they don't give you that. The only thing I can finance right now is like an eraser. Maybe, like, fuck. I'm cooked.
That was funny. That was like the funniest joke you've ever said in your life. I'm not
Next
even
question,
kidding.
Richie.
I'm not
What's your
even
favorite way to spend your profits, would you say now, on a regular basis?
kidding.
Still go to Chrome?
Favorite way to spend profits? Probably midget strippers. We do that
No,
occasionally.
I don't know who he is. Okay.
What? We do that like every
done
Friday.
That. I've never done that in my
Bro,
life.
just because we're on a podcast, you can say it. We do midget
I've-
strippers every Friday. It's a nightly routine for us now, but he's a little bit scared, I guess.
I've
That's
never
why
done
we're on
that.
the pod.
I like to spend my profits on any product that has no seed oils. Just keeping myself healthy. Never would indulge in anything midget related, let alone stripper related. So, yeah, that. Or, I mean, recently I bought a fucking $1,000 shirt. I don't know why I did that. That was so dumb, bro.
Real shit, though?
I felt like a bot when I did that.
Yeah, that was bad. Real shit, though, the way I spend my profits, and I guess this was like the reason I started trading in the first place, was really so I could give back to like my friends and families and my loved ones. Like, I hated being like not there for someone, I guess, when they needed it. And for example, like, actually, I don't want to get into that, but yeah, I mean, nowadays I'm just able to spend my money on people I love. Like, bro, the best feeling ever is just like being able to be like, you know what, I got dinner tonight, mom and dad. Like,
That's so fucking
that's-
cute, bro. I cannot wait to get this Turbo S. It's crazy. I remember I asked a bunch of people, and I was like, yo, guys, should I support my family or get a Turbo S? And someone said, you can't get head in the front seat of your family. And I was like, that's a really good point. So I don't plan on spending any trading money supporting anyone. I mean, like, did you guys support me when I was trying to learn how to trade? No. All right,
Fuck, bro.
I'll be in fucking,
no,
I'll
but
be in Saint Tropez without you.
real shit though, they were there for me when I was at my lowest. They were always checking up on me, and I always would just want to give back to them.
And me?
And Pat, of course.
Okay. Yeah, because I was there.
He was there. But also just trips, bro. We spend a lot of our money just on trips and vacations.
Trips is fun with him because he's a good trader and he has bread. And that way we can both spend money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
But-
it's like
Yeah, freedom from anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Being able to trade from anywhere in the world is
with
like,
no woman around.
Yeah.
That shit's the fucking best.
yeah, that trip made me realize I think I need a girlfriend when we went out with Powell, Cole, and me and you, and then we got back and we were in a spa, like from the spa, and we all had our robes on, and I'm just looking around, we're all in our robes, and we just sit down on the couch all together, and I'm just like, wow.
I thought it was awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, because, you know, but for me, I was more just like, you know, what the fuck? I need a girlfriend, so that was the moment.
You don't need a girlfriend.
I don't need a
you don't need
girlfriend. No,
anything.
I don't. I need Turbo S and a boyfriend.
Would you
exactly.
rather do
What?
Would you rather do DMT with TJR or Brez Scales?
Bro, TJR would tweak me the fuck out if I did DMT with him, bro. Like he would just start making all those faces and
with
shit.
NGR or breast scales?
Oh, NGR, yeah.
NGR or breast scales.
Brez Scales, I already know he would probably just like fully pass out. But TJR, bro, he'd probably crawling around the crib just like screaming at everyone. Holy fuck, bro. Yeah. I wouldn't even want to smoke weed with TJR, bro.
That's crazy.
I just feel like he would start screaming at me.
Really?
I don't know.
I just can't smoke. I can't do that with. I can't smoke weed with like, bro. Literally the only people what? No, I'm saying the only people I can like smoke weed with. I feel like is like you or like my brother or like my cousin. Like people I'm so fucking close with. So you know, I feel like if I just go to a party and I'm like high, I'm just gonna be like, oh, like what am I doing? Am I acting weird right now? You know. To answer your question though, definitely NJR. I would do DMT with.
NJR.
But breast scales would be dope too, though. He could just talk about like, you know, how to lance your free for brands, and I want to learn that. You know, get some side income. So and he can describe it with DMT, and I could just really understand it.
Right, bro.
I
You
don't know.
think TJR is one of the top of the game trading because he casually drops the N-word? And are you thinking about starting to use it in your content?
No, that's all him. I think
Where is this question?
yeah, I don't think anyone asked
this
this
is not a
question. No one asked
question.
this question.
Yeah, actually, NYC Ymir asked it.
And I see him here.
NYC Ymir asked this question.
So he's. Oh fuck.
I think he's definitely colonized a lot of things single-handedly. He's been playing solo squads for a minute now, and he's definitely top ranked. And so, you know, it's a word that he has definitely given power within his own vernacular and claimed it his own. I don't think anyone can take it away from him. Loud and proud on his behalf.
Fire.
I do not plan on.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask if we have a Lucy.
Yeah, can we have a Lucy too?
Oh, yeah. Damn, wow. We went the whole podcast without putting a
Yeah. What the
Lucy.
fuck? Only feels right.
Gotta make sure it's blue.
Can I have one,
What's a
please?
blue one?
Oh my God, bro. That's so many fucking.
I want a blue one. What's the difference between the blues?
Those are apple eyes. All right, well, I think we've asked you enough questions.
No, we haven't.
There was one really fucked question.
What?
Was how many powdered donuts can you line up on your schlong?
How big is a donut?
Dude, if you don't know what the fuck size of powdered donut is, move forward.
Dude,
Well,
okay.
The
but
ones
like,
they sell in the big white bag with the red letters, they're about an inch wide in circumference. Can
Okay.
you fucking line them up on your Jimmy, and how many?
like 3/4 of one. Can I cut it in half?
Dude, I think I can realistically do two. Like,
Two
Yeah.
whole powder donuts.
Yeah.
Including the balls too? Can you wrap it around the balls?
What?
Because it'll get you more
Dude,
circumference.
if your nuts can fit through that, you got a whole different problem.
That's true.
Wait, the real question is, you
yeah,
guys can
no,
fit
I-
more than one donut?
If I wrap it around the
You
balls
guys are
too.
thinking too much.
Yeah. No, I couldn't. I couldn't even get one. Not
one.
on my soft Jimmy.
Yeah, like I would have to start stroking it right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm a grower, bro. Like
Facts.
if we're just doing it like in this state, I'm not getting one.
Where'd you get that hat?
LA,
Sick.
gas station.
Fire. Where'd that come from?
I don't know. So that being said,
Are we really ending it here?
How much time are we at? Oh yeah.
it's been a great episode with you
It's
guys.
been a fire episode.
Super proud of you guys. We're going to do another update soon. The coffee's starting to wear off. It's time for me to hit a lift.
Fuck yeah.
What do you
I feel like
guys
this is
got
kind
ahead?
of an abrupt cut, bro. I said a lot of zesty shit that I was joking about. Now I'm just like, it's a bad look for me.
So give an ender
really?
speech. Give an
Huh?
ender
This
speech.
is being, we're still recording right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was lying. I can't only fit 3/4 of a powdered donut. I can fit one powdered donut.
Can we get a fact check on this? I mean,
And I do talk to females. I swear, I talk to hella females, bro. I'm like the biggest female talker to ever. Like I've talked to so many girls every day.
This is a weekender here, Pat.
Give some sauce.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to leave the people with?
Yeah.
What do you guys have planned the rest of the summer? We got 6 months left of the year.
Yeah, let's do we should do a giveaway.
Oh yeah, if anyone's interested
giveaway.
in trading,
Oh, yeah, how many funded accounts do you want to give away right now?
let's give away five accounts.
5
If anyone's
alpha futures.
yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of PP people watching this. So if you watch all the way to here, comment powdered donut, and then you'll be eligible to potentially win one funded account. We'll give away 5.
How much do those cost, by the way?
A powdered donut, probably $2.
No,
and also
funded
let me know
account.
how many
$150
powdered
bucks.
donuts. Let me know also how many powdered donuts you can fit. So just comment donut and then the number.
Oh God,
Yeah, that should be legendary.
fire!
Data collection.
Thank you so much for having us, bro.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah.
And till the next episode,
Fire.
to $1 million months for you guys, to Turbo S's, to GT3 RS's, to you getting some more pussy.
Facts. One day.
Oof, that's a hard one.
To
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
good things. And to anyone watching this out there
unrealistic.
who took something valuable from this episode, go crush it. Stay patient. Keep moving. Drop a subscribe.
I can't believe you asked
And-
that X question. What the fuck was that?
I fucking love you. Thank you for tuning in.
Seep.